Welcome students in your social science class. This is fourth and last lecture on chapter 2nd of history, that is nationalism in India. Dear students, in previous lectures we discussed about non-cooperation movement in detail and started civil disobedience movement. Today in this lecture we will continue civil disobedience movement and will be discussing that how the feeling of nationalism and collective belongingness developed among Indians. In civil disobedience movement, there are three topics: the Salt March, participation of different social groups in civil disobedience movement, and the limitations of civil disobedience movement. First two topics we discussed in last lecture. Today we will discuss about the limitations of civil disobedience movement. Limitations of civil disobedience movement. Under the limitations of civil disobedience movement, we will discuss about the limited participation of Dalits and Muslims, role of Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar for the upliftment of Dalits, and Pune Pact. The main limitation of civil disobedience movement was the non-participation of all social groups. One such group was untouchables, who started to call themselves Dalits or depressed classes in 1930s. They were not allowed to enter into the temples and to use public wells, roads, schools, etc. Congress was also not interested for the participation of Dalits in civil disobedience movement because of the fear of high caste Hindus. But Mahatma Gandhi's views were different about Dalits. According to them, Swaraj would not come for 100 years if untouchability was not removed. He called the untouchables Harijans, means the children of God, for the upliftment of Dalits, and to dignify their work, he himself cleansed the toilet and suggested upper caste people to change their heart and give up the sin of untouchability. Main demands of Dalits. Dalits wanted the political solution of their problem of untouchability or social disability. They wanted reserved seats in educational institutions and a separate electorate that would choose Dalit members for legislative council. According to them, only political empowerment would resolve the problem of their social discrimination. Role of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dear students, you must have heard the name of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who made a lot of efforts in the upliftment of Dalits and for their political empowerment. He organized Dalits into the Depressed Class Association in 1930s. As we discussed, the main demands of Dalits were reserved seats in educational institutions and a separate electorate. B.R. Ambedkar attended second roundtable conference with Mahatma Gandhi, where Pune Pact was signed and Dalits got reserved seats in state and center legislative councils. Features of Pune Pact 1932. Pune Pact was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar. As we discussed, that B.R. Ambedkar wanted political empowerment of Dalits. According to him, it would resolve their problem of social disabilities. He attended second roundtable conference. Mahatma Gandhi was also there because according to the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Mahatma Gandhi had to attend the second roundtable conference. In that conference, B.R. Ambedkar put their demand of separate electorates for Dalits. Mahatma Gandhi was not ready, but Britishers accepted his demand because the policy of the Britishers was divide and rule. Mahatma Gandhi began a fast unto death. According to him, separate electorates for Dalits would slow down the process of their integration in the society. Ambedkar ultimately accepted Gandhiji's position and the result was the Pune Pact of September 1932. This was the background behind the Pune Pact. Now, What were the conditions or provisions of Pune Pact? It gave the depressed classes reserved seats in provincial and central legislative councils, but they were to be voted in by the general electorates. Role of political organizations of Muslims. Muslim political organizations also not participated in civil disobedience movement. Both Hindus and Muslims participated in Khilafat non-cooperation movement, but after that Muslims felt alienated from Congress because Congress was more interested in the participation of Hindu religious national groups like Hindu Mahasabha. With the passage of time, relations between Hindus and Muslims became worst. There were Hindus and Muslims riots in various cities. When civil disobedience movement was started, there was the atmosphere of distrust among Muslims. They were feeling themselves as a minority community in India. They feared that their identity and culture would be submerged under the domination of Hindu majority. That's why some of the Muslim political organizations in India were also lukewarm in their response to the civil disobedience movement. Role of Muslim leaders. The main Muslim political organization of that time was Muslim League, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the main leader. The main reason of conflict between Hindus and Muslims was over the question of representation in the future assemblies. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was willing to give up the demand for separate electorates if Muslims were assured reserved seats in the Central Assembly and representation in the proportion to population in the Muslim-dominated provinces like Bengal and Punjab. This is also an important question, that what were the main demands of Muslim leaders. But in 1928, the demands of Muslim leaders were strongly opposed by M.R. Jaikar of Hindu Mahasabha. The sense of collective belongingness. Nationalism spreads when people begin to believe that they are all part of the same nation, when they discover some unity that binds them together. How this sense of collective belongingness created? This came partially through the experience of united struggles, but there was also a variety of cultural processes through which nationalism captured people's imagination. History and fiction, folklore and songs, popular prints and symbols, all ideas played an important role in the making of nationalism. Topics which we will be discussing under the sense of collective belongingness are role of figures and images, role of Indian folklore, role of icons and symbols, and the reinterpretation of history. Role of figures and images. Growth of nationalism spread through figures and images also. In 20th century, India came to be visually associated with the image of Bharat Mata. The first image of Bharat Mata was created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. In 1870s, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay also wrote Vande Mataram, which was included in his novel Anand Math later on and sung during Swadeshi movement. The first painted image of Bharat Mata was painted by Abhindranath Tagore. In his painted image, he showed Bharat Mata calm, composed, divine and spiritual. You can see there is an image of Bharat Mata. This is the first painted image of Bharat Mata by Abhindranath Tagore. It is given in your NCERT book. In this image, Bharat Mata is looking calm, composed, divine and spiritual. In the following years, different artists started to print and paint the image of Bharat Mata. Devotion to this mother figure came to be seen as a testimony of one's nationalism. In this topic, there are 1 marks questions which are important for exam, like who created the first image of Bharat Mata, who wrote Vande Mataram, who painted the first image of Bharat Mata. Role of Indian folklores. Indian folklores also played an important role to spread the feeling of nationalism. Folklores means Lok-Geet. In the late 19th century, nationalists toured villages to gather folk songs and legends and began recording folk tales. This was done to promote the traditional culture that had been corrupted and damaged by the Western forces. In Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore collected nursery rhymes and myths, and in Madras, Natesha Shastri published a massive 4-volume collection of Tamil folk tales, that is the folklore of southern India. Both the points are important for 1 marks. They believed that with the help of folklores or folk tales, Indian people started to connect them with the country, which will help to create the feeling of collective belongingness. Role of icons and symbols to create the sense of collective belongingness. Based on icons and symbols of India, flag of our country helped in developing the feeling or value of nationalism. The very first tricolor flag with red, green and yellow color was designed in Bengal during the Swadeshi movement. It had 8 lotuses which were symbolizing 8 provinces of British India and a crescent moon representing Hindus and Muslims. The Swaraj flag was also designed by Gandhiji in 1921. This particular flag had a tricolor, red, green, white, a spinning wheel in the center, which was representing the Gandhian idea of self-help. You can see the image of Bharat Mata, which is given along with the topic to explain clearly the role of icons and symbols. This figure of Bharat Mata is contrast to the one painted by Abhindranath Tagore. In Abhindranath Tagore picture of Bharat Mata was shown as calm, composed, divine and spiritual. Here she is shown with a Trishul standing beside a lion and an elephant, both symbols of power and authority. Here in this topic, another question is very important, that is the role of flags to create the feeling of collective belongingness, or which type of flag was designed during Swadeshi movement. Explain the features of flag which was designed by Mahatma Gandhi. Reinterpretation of history. Reinterpretation of history means redefining the history. Actually, Britishers made the Indians to believe that they are primitive, they are backward, they are incapable of governing themselves. Now nationalists started to write about the glorious developments of ancient times when art and architecture, science and mathematics, religion and culture, law and philosophy, crafts and trade had flourished. This glorious time, in their view, was followed by a history of decline when India was colonized. Dear students, this chapter is over. Make sure that all questions of the chapter given in the assignment should be written in your fair notebook. Make proper notes. Read thoroughly this chapter from your NCERT book to attempt objective type questions without any problem. Study all the pictures along with their information which are given in the chapter. Map related to this chapter is also provided to you along with the assignment. Be ready for test also. Information regarding test is given in the assignment and in online class group also. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.